Welcome to the Gentleman's Talk podcast.
Yeah.
It's Monday night. What is today, the 4th? November
the 3rd. November 3rd.
November 3rd. Monday's November 3rd.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be talking to my partner here, partner in crime, not taking literally, Mitchell Martell broke Dusty.
Oh, yes, sir. I'll take that. I'll take that for sure. Everything good with you, though? You been feeling all right?
Who am I?
John Thomas Beckham Jr.
Amen.
Gotta put the junior on there.
Right.
Gotta put the junior on there. But how you feeling, man?
I'm blessed, man. I'm feeling good for an old man.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to see you moving and grooving. We back at it.
Tonight's topic is something that probably a lot of our listeners and watchers and viewers have know somebody and have some family member or some friend that's been incarcerated.
For sure.
Not to say that women aren't incarcerated. This is the Gentleman Talks podcast. So we're going to talk about men because I looked up the statistics, and even based on the balance of females in the country as opposed to males, women, I don't want to say disproportionately because it's a good thing that they're not incarcerated as much as males. So
absolutely.
That being said, we just got a few statistics, and we want to get some feedback from the viewers about whatever we're talking about at this time.
Yeah, so if y'all got any questions, suggestions, any stories, anything y'all can relate to in regards to incarceration and the prison system, let us know. We got some stats. Brother Beckham brought some stats in, so we're going to read over a few and just kind of go over what it is and how it affects our males and how we can make it better. So right here we have an overview of just a demographic overview of incarcerated males. This particular part is just in Illinois, correct?
Well, no, this one is nationally.
Okay.
I do have some numbers for Illinois.
Okay.
But what I will say is Illinois' numbers for males, incarcerated males in the prison system, and they do differentiate between jails and prisons.
Gotcha.
But prison systems is like for the prison system is I don't have this particular numbers right here. For Illinois. I did the national.
Okay.
But you can believe, I sure bet that it pretty much is reflective of the nationals.
For sure.
So for the nationals, and it's broken down into racial, and that's what my search was, because I wanted to shed more light on men, but also black men.
For sure.
And in the national, there's 32% of the population in prison is blacks, and for whites it's 31%.
Okay.
So if you look at that, you'll say it's even.
Okay.
But you would have to look at, and I'll continue with Hispanic, 23%, American Indian or Alaskan Native, 2%, and then Asian Native, Hawaiian or Pacific Islanders, which is Japanese, Polynesian mix, is 1%.
Okay.
But if you look at what the population of whites compared to blacks in the country, blacks would be disproportionately incarcerated at a higher rate.
For sure.
And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. And I'm going to turn it over to you, let you speak on I'm going to ask you, what do you think the reasons for the higher number of blacks incarcerated compared to whites. And again, this is not throwing stones. Mm-hmm. It's just a reality of the numbers.
Right. Well, to go over the numbers again, I know you said, and that's going over per 100,000. That's what it looked like. Yeah. I don't think I got that page. Yeah, I ain't got that one. But it's I can look at yours. Mm-hmm. Per 100,000 men, 32% are black, 31% are Hispanic, 22. Look like you said was 23 was Hispanic or whatever. But I think with that, it's plenty reasons. I feel like people get incarcerated just in general. But as far as our African Americans and our blacks, I just feel like it's kind of usually been the same situation to where it could be the environment, it could be the upbringing, it could be a lack of resources, it could be just difficult choices, making choices, survival mode, and those are all outside of just making the choice of doing something.
Right.
There's usually a circumstance or something going on to where crime hits our community. And it's been a battle for sure to try to navigate that and to help folks. But at the same time, I do think lately the numbers are getting lower. I do feel like there are a lot of men who are attempting to stay out of prison, stay out of jail, and to be out, which is a good thing. I just think sometimes circumstances prohibits life sometimes, and things happen. Sometimes you got to make a choice that you don't really want to make, but it's a touchy situation for sure. For sure.
A lot, like you said, the bottom line is if somebody's hungry and they're not employed or there's no employment, the basic needs, if nothing else, the first basic need is to be sustained.
Yeah.
And that means food.
Yeah.
Food even is, a person will look for food before they look for shelter.
For sure.
Because if you don't have that energy and your body's not kept healthy, you're not going to be able to move around.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So there's a lot of reasons that people are incarcerated.
Yeah.
A lot of circumstances, like I said, financial.
Yeah. Yep.
Social
like the finances. Yeah.
Social situations.
Self-defense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can be defending yourself and go to jail.
Right. You get caught up in the mix when it's going down, and you get snatched with the other fella. So. Yeah. But the thing is I can only hope and pray that as many men or many males can try to steer clear of the judicial system.
For sure.
Because we call it a just us system because it's not fair across the board. I'm not badgering anybody. I'm not badgering any judges or any prosecutors. There's a job to be done. Mm-hmm. If it's done fairly, equitably, we just don't let yourself be caught up in that if you can possibly avoid it.
Yeah. We got a comment similar to that. Ms. Chica, she said the laws are only counted against blacks. And in some situations, it can feel like that, to where it's only us being prosecuted for certain things. It's only us being targeted for certain things. But I'm sure every race can feel like that. But us being black and growing up black, being in the community and seeing other things happen to people that look like us.
Right. Exactly.
It's been plenty of situations to where it feel like certain rules apply and certain rules don't apply. So that's the situation too. Arvis, what's up, my boy? You can comment, you can say whatever you feel like you want to say in here for sure. I know you dealing with something with that nature, so I'll let you speak on it if you want, but for sure it's definitely your subject, for sure.
I'm trying to get my
Oh no, you gotta take your time, man. Take your time.
Go ahead, just keep it. I'm trying to get my.
Yeah, but to piggyback on that though, and it's not to just harp on our race because again there are other races and they are incarcerated too as well. But I think for certain races it's different things. Again, due to the surroundings and the upbringings and all that. Like from my understanding, a lot of white males, or some white males I should say, go for like money laundering and stuff like that. Stuff that we don't even know about. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it just all depends on the upbringing and where you at and the choices you make.
What's in what they call what is termed white collar crime.
For sure.
And white collar is the business under the business.
The business crimes, yeah. For sure.
And that's usually what, Fed time?
Yeah.
And
that's usually what well, I don't say usually, but a lot of white males go to jail for that, which in our case is more so physical or
criminal.
Yep, criminal stuff.
Crimes against. There's one thing it's called crimes against people.
Yeah,
that's the physical, the robberies, the murders, the killings,
right, exactly. Yeah.
Assaults, batteries, break-ins, all that. Yeah. And then you have the other crimes that are banking related. You have the ones that are what you call mail fraud, conspiracy to where you're doing something with financials.
Yeah.
Lying on documents and getting monies, not telling the truth and all that. So it's just different crimes. Nevertheless, somebody commit a crime. It's like a sin is a sin. A crime is a crime.
For sure.
It's just what category you got. You go in.
Mm-hmm. This is true. So to read further into the 100,000 per residence is saying that out of 100,000 black men, it says 1,826. So 1,826 black men out of 100,000 are incarcerated.
So it's almost 2%, right?
And African American, African Indian, Alaskan, like it's 1,443. Hispanic man 794. White man 333 per 100,000. So even though
that's it's 0.33%.
Yeah, so even though
1/3.
Right. So even though the statistics are close, black at 32 and white at 31. If you look at the numbers, per 100,000, ours for black men is 1,026, but for white men per 1,000 is 337.
Right.
So it's a huge discrepancy in the percentage wise,
right? Even
though the percentage looks close.
And again, we'll go back to the crimes that are committed.
Yeah.
How often do blacks commit crimes compared to whites? How often are blacks sentenced to those penalties of incarceration compared to whites?
For sure.
How able is a black or Hispanic or brown skinned person able to afford representation?
For sure.
Good representation, not a PD, not a public PA public attorney.
Yeah.
But if you got good representation, somebody's gonna diligently work for you because you're paying them the money to work, or you got that back and you can pay them. They're gonna work hard for you.
For sure.
Somebody that's got a caseload of I don't know how many people, and they're getting paid by the state.
May not work as hard.
Right, and a lot of times it's gonna be plea out.
Yeah.
Well, cop to it. Or if you don't plead, you're probably going to be found guilty and you're going to get a longer sentence. But if you had enough money to pay a person that could work hard for you, at the end of the day, you might still have a better chance with that trial, with that instead of copping to a plea. But anyway, we just, like we said, just going over the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. I mean, if these are true numbers, I can only take them for fact because I can't get them from anywhere.
Yeah.
But the internet.
And then some of the key takeaways that say black males are significantly overrepresented in the Illinois prison system. If we're just speaking on Illinois, black males are incarcerated at a rate of 7.5 times higher than white males here in Illinois. Black males are the vast majority of incarcerated population in Illinois. Older data shows Hispanic males were also represented in the prison system back then, but now it's showing that black males are significantly overrepresented. And just living in this state and just kind of seeing how the police work, even here in Kankakee, like, I think overall, they do a decent job. I do feel like in the past, especially like going to other cities like Bradley, Bourbonnais, stuff like that, you do kind of sense that you get pulled over a lot, looked at a different way sometimes. But I just think, man, there's still certain stigmas I feel like that officers have to look for. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying profiling, and not going to say
For
just
sure.
racial profiling. You might profile a type of car, and that individual doesn't have to be black, but it has a stigma for a certain type of car, or it's racial or whatever. But do you think, and I'm gonna add into this, do you feel in this Tri-City area, Bradley, Bourbonnais, and Kankakee, the relations between the people and blacks and Hispanics is better than it was? I'm not originally from here, so
yeah, I feel like now the officers do a much better job of at least being present and kind of showing, not being aggressive off top. Now, I ain't saying the officers back then used to do that all the time, but I mean, you hear stuff, you see stuff. Growing up here, it was a different vibe, I feel like, for the police back then. I think now it's a better one. I think the people on the force help that. Some of the people that's on the force are city grown. So it's good to see somebody that you know, and that you know of on the force that's not a bad person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you're familiar with somebody that's from your city and they're an officer, you won't be as aggressive. You know what I'm saying? They won't be as aggressive with you.
Especially if they, like you say, they came up through the city. There's only one high school. Well, there's only one public high school, and that's Kankakee, Bourbonnais, and, you can even say St. Anne.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
but even then, if you're around this area, you're going to intermingle with somebody some type of way.
So you grew up with different races.
For sure.
And probably socialized with them as growing up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So
I definitely can tell you there's a difference from living in Kankakee as opposed to living in Chicago and Chicago suburbs.
Yeah.
I had an opportunity to live in Calumet City and other suburbs, and Chicago is it's polarized in some areas, and in some is a melting pot.
Yeah.
And I think it's better, but it's all up to the individuals and how they want to relate to each other. And the one thing that we're going to have to realize is, like with bathrooms where you had colors and whites, everybody got to use the bathroom. Everybody's got to drink water. All this, so, somebody over here, somebody over there, everybody gets cut open, bleeds red blood. Only a few people may have one kidney, but everybody generally have two kidneys, a bladder, one heart, a brain, and everybody's really the same. You just different colors, and different skin tones and different hair textures and different upbringings. but we're all human.
Yeah. I do think though, I agree with that. At the same time, I do think that each race gets profiled some type of way. I just think we just have more profiles that get profiled. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But again, I do think here, it's a better, I think it's a better city relationship with the police here, simply because, like I said, mainly it's people that's on the force that we know and seen, and that helps the other officers too, because that's a stressing job.
Right.
Like it's hard being the police, and it's hard being on the other side of the police sometimes.
And I'd say this from firsthand experience, working with one of the biggest suburbs and being a second black officer there. Mm-hmm. I was treated indifferent from some of my peers.
Yeah.
It was some people who were cordial, some people were friendly and open and willing to work with you, mm-hmm. and then some people wanted you to see me not succeed.
For sure.
That's something that I experienced in the military. I didn't experience it in high school, although I went to a mixed high school. Mm-hmm. My two high schools I went to was mixed. And the first high school, I didn't experience that. As it was a big, Chicago Vocational was a big high school.
Gotcha.
And then I went to a smaller school, which was Harper High School in Chicago.
Okay.
Which was really small, and you were in there together. And I didn't experience it. But when I got to the military a year later, I experienced indifferent treatment. And it made me not happy to be there.
Oh, for sure.
So then later on in years, I became a part-time officer, and I experienced some strange things.
Yeah.
Where it was like people came to work to mishandle people. Mm. And I found that people didn't like me being on the shift because I didn't condone it, and I wasn't going to tolerate it. I was part-time, still wasn't going to do it in my face.
No, for real. Yeah.
And so...
And that's another reason, too, why I feel like back then there was a struggle with police, because of that right there. Just that whole attitude of feeling like they can do that without no repercussion. You know what I'm saying?
I went to Oakland, was hired as a second black officer in that town. And there was, like I said, there was some indifference. And I worked with some good people. I worked with some people. I had FTOs that were good, and I had one that was horrible towards me.
Yeah.
But I made through it. I left there. Went back to my job that I had from 1 year out of high school. I did 30 and a half years there. So I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
And I think the public suffers when you have people that use and abuse their authorities and use and abuse the badge for their own kicks. Mm-hmm. And to do somebody wrong, you're going to pin something on them, or you're going to make it, or even if you don't, just to lock them up or just to arrest them, you take it way too far.
Yeah. But
some people did it, and some people do it.
Yeah. But it's like they try to find it like within reason. You know what I'm saying? Like
justified.
Yo, you didn't turn your blinker on quick enough. You made a right turn too quick, or you know what I'm saying? It'd be stuff like that.
Well, that's called
probable cause.
Probable cause.
Yeah.
And I can say you didn't stop at a stop sign, but you totally stopped and the car rocked back.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say, and if I don't have a dash camera on it, you can say one thing, they're gonna take my word for it. Not unless there's something to prove.
Yeah.
And it's like you said, you're supposed to put your signal on 500 feet before a turn, a lane change. You don't always have that.
No, for sure. Right.
But my thing was is if I was working, if you put your signal on and you didn't cause a problem, and even if it wasn't 500 feet, as long as you put that signal on and you lane change safely, why bother?
Shouldn't be no problem. You're right.
You know? Yeah. But now if you need to stop this person because you believe you use that probable cause, I was taught 90% of the people that pull away from a curb are not going to use a signal.
No, for sure.
And you're supposed to, but that's PC, probable cause to stop them.
Yeah.
And give them a ticket. But like I said, we're going back to incarceration, recidivism, returning back to the prison system or to jail. There's a lot of factors. A lot of factors, and we know what they are.
Yeah.
If you come out of jail, you went in with no job, you come out with no job. If you don't have a support system to return to,
you're gonna go back to what you was doing.
Right, and the support system, it's almost like a Section 8 or food stamps. Eventually, you wean off of it, you know, or you get employed.
Yeah.
But then if a person has that record that says he was a felon, a lot of jobs won't hire him.
Yeah.
And it's not because a lot of people are felons that, you know, it's just a stigma.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in itself will keep somebody from staying free.
Yeah. Which is hard though, because you want to get everybody a chance for sure. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who went that path would want a second chance so they can figure out how to do it different. But at the same time, the businesses and everything everywhere else got to protect their integrity and protect their business too.
Yeah, right.
Because they really don't know. So it's just a hard situation to be in, I'm sure.
And that's why a lot of people that come out of prisons and stuff, they become entrepreneurs and self-employed.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to deal with somebody telling them, I won't hire you. They make themselves, they're self-employed. And that's the ones that have they have great determination and they succeed because they know if I don't do it for myself, it ain't going to get done.
This is true. This is true.
You know, so.
It's definitely true.
That being said, I admonish everybody to watch your T's and blues and cross your I's.
Yeah.
Dot your I's and cross your T's and try not to be found where you're going to be found doing something that's going to get you locked up.
Yeah. And even if you have to do something that you think will get you locked up, just be careful, man, and just try your hardest not to even get in that situation. But if you do, there's always hope after you get out, and I always try to preach that into brothers who do come back out and be lost.
Move around.
Yeah, man. It's like, you know, it's hard, but at the same time, you know, we don't want you to go back there, you know, so
right.
Whatever we can do to try to, you know, get you moving, get you on your feet, it'll be a different way of living, but at the same time, we could try. And in Arvis, in your case, for sure, we just gotta have you come on here. Whenever that whole situation is cleared up, we would love to have you come on and just kind of get your side of what happened in your situation personally, because you definitely got a story to tell with that. But we want to make sure you get all your just due first, for sure.
There you go.
But now, definitely a good topic to talk about for sure. we would definitely love to have, like I said, other outside inputs on it next time we discuss it. But just to give a good number of incarcerated people, it is a good way to just look at it and just kind of see how it works statistically wise and how we can assist. And then even with the Illinois Department of Corrections chart, you broke this down from the category to the race to the sex to...
I downloaded this and it says as of custody on June 30th of 2022. So we can only take these numbers and suppose that they're higher or lower,
right?
But they're probably still in the ballpark.
Fluctuate.
By no means are they're 0 and 0.
Right.
So in this numbers in the Illinois, the numbers were for race was black 1,500 or shit 15,894, whites 956, Hispanic 3,724, Asians 101, Native American 43, biracial and 56, and biracial. I guess they answered the questionnaire and they didn't sign black or white. They signed biracial.
For sure.
So those that were, they know what I'm saying. And the ones that if they're mixed, they're always categorized as black when they're mixed race, and that's another story for another day. Who determines that?
Yeah.
Or who says that they have to identify with either one? But
even on this list is showing just the same kind of numbers it showed last time. But the total number of individuals as a whole, it showed a little bit under 30,000. And black men are a little over half of that with 15,894. So 54% of that group is black men. And again, I just think black men get locked up more because there are more, I think police give us more things to look for. You know what I'm saying?
I think for females, I think they keep their head down. They just by choice. Females are more accepted. Black females are more accepted than black males. Sentencing in counties. Cook County is 12,551. Collier County is 3,246. And downstate counties, 13,547. The largest of all the counties was downstate, and Cook County was 42.6%, and downstate was 46.1%. And downstate has East St. Louis, Springfield.
So all of them, all of those
Champaign,
all of those combined,
right?
Is Cook County by itself,
right? So,
and that's a good point too. Arvis say number one reason police profile us is because we don't know the law. Sometimes I do feel like, again, if officers know that you don't know it, they'll hit you with some stuff you don't know just so you can comply. So again, that's just another topic we'll have to discuss, and learning the laws and learning what we can do, what's our rights, what we shouldn't do, and with officers and stuff like that, just to prevent being incarcerated as much as black men are. Well, men are in general.
One thing about it, people that are hemmed up by the police are too ready to run off at the mouth.
Yeah.
And talk. If you don't know your rights, the only right you can say is, I don't want to talk to you. I need an attorney.
No, for sure.
And even a court-appointed attorney, if his worth with his weight in salt, is going to know what your rights are.
Mm-hmm. He should, at least.
And if you're gonna tell a story on something or make statements about anything, you need to consult an attorney so that you don't implicate yourself, or should I say, I don't want to say implicate yourself, but get it twisted. Just twist it up, mess it up. Because you can't reverse it after it's put on paper.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to say this is his statement.
Yep.
Even though you don't sign a statement, what you speak to them, when they tell you that this is, you have the right to remain silent, if you choose to talk, anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah.
Do you understand your rights? And that's paraphrasing.
Gotcha.
Anything you say. So if you start trying to justify what went on between you and somebody and you did wrong, unless you right and you can prove that story right on the spot,
tell them on yourself. Tell them on yourself. We definitely, though, good information for sure. Good
talk.
No, for sure. Definitely brought the facts out, brought the numbers out. And it is good just to discuss the numbers, see what they look like, see the overview of the lockups and how we can attempt to change those numbers, get our numbers lowered down, and encourage all men to stay up out of there. We need you out more than they need you in there, for sure.
So just before we sign off or anything, let's just ask anybody that is still watching or listening to, if they have a comment or want to say something that they want to comment on, or they want us to relay their comment, you can go on, type it in chat now.
Okay.
And we can do that. We got a few more minutes.
Okay. Yeah, any comments y'all have on incarceration, any topics y'all want to discuss before we go, please let us know. Otherwise, we're going to sign out in a minute. But again, just a great talk. Naima, what's happening? Appreciate you coming to the poetry night, too. You did great. But
it was good getting with you, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, we back in it. Go ahead and getting it back rolling. Different topics, different discussions. Just general man talk, man. That's what's needed. So we'll be here every other Monday, and then we'll just keep it rolling.
And just say to the males out there, so I'm gonna say brothers, but it doesn't denote any race or anything. The brothers out there, keep your head up. Take care of those kids. If you have children, gird your family. Make them strong. Keep watch on your families. Strengthen them. Protect them. Love on them. Because you never know when the last time that you're going to see somebody. And don't have any issues with anybody that you can't apologize for, or have some conversation and get through it.
Yeah.
So that it'll be safe for you and that other person. And neither one of you will feel some kind of way when you see each other in public.
For sure. Definitely great advice. We're going to make it happen. Let me see. We got a couple comments. CB, what's up, CB? Naima say, thank y'all. Yep, striving for greatness is coming, for sure. Robin say, fellas, get yourself an attorney. If you don't have one, I can help you get the right one for you. For sure.
Amen.
If we need it, we'll sure let you know. Right now, we ain't breaking no laws, but if we do, we'll let you know. But I appreciate y'all for sure. Appreciate y'all watching and listening. And we'll be back. What's that? What's today? The 3rd? So the 15th?
We're going to try to make it the 15th.
We're going to try to make it the 15th for sure. Every other Monday, we'll be back. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening. We out of here.
Peace.